Hello and welcome to a potentially very long video. I am pretty sure at this point we have seen all of the Gen 9 mons, and I've done a tier list for every other generation of Pokemon. If you didn't know, should be on my channel somewhere. You should be able to find it. Not too difficult. Yeah, that's a word for sure. Anyways, so as usual, this tier list, well, I say as usual, but I'm sure I'll do a strictly objective tier list at some point or another. But this is more just how much I like them on. Actually using it in game for gameplay does factor in because, I mean, it is a video game after all, so if the mon, like, looks cool, but then you use it and it's, horrible, it will affect my opinion of it. By the way, it's mostly just an opinion piece. Also, I added the Hisuian Pokemon as well to this list, which will make it a bit longer, just because I didn't rate it with Galar, because I rated Galar before Hisui came out, so yeah, it's gonna be tier as well. Right, so I'm gonna actually zoom in a bit. First up, we have Sprigatito. I definitely, for sure, can remember every single one of these Pokemon names, because I know them all, totally. Anyway, Sprigatito. This mon is very cute. We like it. We like Litten. We like this mon. It's pretty good. It's a good starter. It'll sell plushies. I don't know. It's alright. And what, this is like Florian or something, right? I've got Cerebi open here. I can click on it and go like, oh, what are we looking at? Also, yes, I know this is gonna be a really long video. I know. I'm just gonna have to apologize. Florigato. There you go, Florigato. See, I don't remember all of them. Because if I'm being honest, Scarlet and Violet, I think, is the hardest I've ever fallen off Pokemon. And I thought the hardest I could fall off Pokemon was Sword and Shield, because I, like, barely played that game. But, you know what? Here we are. Florigato. This one's okay. It's not, like, offensive. It doesn't look horrible. Meowscarada. Okay, I think a lot of people like Meowscarada. I don't. Spoilers. I assume it's just people that like waifu furry bait, which Meowscarada is like okay at, not even the best, that there is. Maybe as far as Pokemon's concerned, it's one of the better ones, but I think if they fixed its hands, I'd like this mon. But its hands look really dumb, so I don't like it. But, I'm still gonna put it in B tier for being alright. It's alright. For Coco, S tier. I mean, look at him. He's like a little garbage can. Look how happy he is. I don't know. I don't think I really need to explain it that much. I feel like the base form starters are like the best they've been since 4th gen. Just like the unevolved versions, just for Gatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. But unfortunately, they didn't all turn out very good. Crocolore looks horrible. And he's got like a nest on his head. I know it's like supposed to be like a sombrero, but it looks silly. He's got like an egg up there. Although, I will say, even though he looks horrible, hold on. I got this one. I don't even have to look it up. It's so weird that when you're talking in front of a mic, you forget things, even things that you could recite easily when you are not talking in front of a mic. Well, whatever. Singodile. Yeah, that's what I'll call him for right now. He's really cool. I like him a lot. Skeledirge. There you go. He's great. They finally made a Pokemon that doesn't stand up when it evolves. I know it's crazy, and it's my favorite of the three by far. And he gets a little bird made of fire that just chills out with him, which is awesome. I guess it's a part of the same Pokemon? Because it grows the egg on its head, then it hatches? I don't know, man. I have no idea how Pokemon biology works sometimes, but you know, Kangaskhan is still a thing, so I'm not gonna question it too much. Quaxley, this mon's cute. Little Donald Duck fella. I like him. Oh my god. Well, I know Quaquaval, right? Putting him down here in C tier. He looks horrible. I don't know. His colors are just a little too saturated. His toes look horrific. His animations are pretty cool though, so it does make the Mon look a little more salvageable, but I mean, let's be honest. Alright, not Quaquaval. Yes, I will look up the name for every Pokemon. This is gonna be the worst tier list video you've ever seen, I promise you. Quaxwell, there we go. This mon's horrendous. Easy D tier. I just want to call it Tepig. No. Literally, I know this. I feel like I should have, like, had a cheat sheet next to me so that when I'm talking and I forget about names, I don't. Anyway, this one's great. It's very cute. Its evolution, however, is not great and is not that cute. Yeah, Lechonk and Oinkalone, there you go. Oinkalone sucks. Lamon's just bad. Yeah, it's not really much else to it. Lechonk is a nice plushie, Oinkalone isn't a nice plushie, and also, it sucks, so. Oh my god. How? How do I not remember, like, on the fly, all the names of these things? I'm just like, oh, I know the names of all of these Mons. Before I start recording, I literally could have named any of them, I promise. And now that I'm recording, it's like, wait a second. Anyway, I like this guy, he's cute. This guy, however, in my opinion, looks bad, is bad, bad Mon. There you go. The cricket, though, cricket fella. There we go, Tarantula Spidops. And this is Nimble Lokix. Bro, I swear, what is wrong with my memory? Whatever, if I keep complaining, people are just going to, like, be gaslit into thinking something's wrong. Anyway, this Mon, kinda meh. I mean, it evolves, it's pretty cool. It's alright. I don't know. It's a good Mon, unlike Spidops. Lokix is actually pretty good, but, like, I don't know, I don't really like his design. He's just a little too small for me to like him, I think. Pawmi, Pawmot, and Chan, Paw Lord, Pawpaw. Wait, it's Pawmi and Pawmot. Oh, I forgot Pawmo. Sorry, I forgot Pawmo. I see. Well, anyway, so these are all the same Mon. I don't think, I think I pretty much speak for everyone when I say, when you saw Pawmo for the first time, you thought it was like a shiny Pawmi. It's not. And despite sharing the name with a certain jester, this Mon is just very uninspired. It's like kinda cute, but like, let's be honest, it's not that cute. I honestly think that if this Mon just had the stats of the final evolution, didn't evolve and was the middle evolution, it would be one of my favorites in this gen. Straight up. But, that's not the case. So, whatever. A Mousehold. No, this is Tandemouse. This is Mousehold. Tandemouse. So, see, I'm not even editing out me forgetting names. So you know when I don't forget them. Tandemouse is pretty good. You know, I like it. It's cute. It's like a little Hello Kitty, like, tie-in mon almost. It's like, oh, what a nice little fella. And then it evolves, and for me at least, I was like, oh my god, this mon's amazing. Because it, like, doesn't evolve. It just, has children in your party while you aren't looking, and then its children fight for it, which is hilarious to me. And then it's got, like, population bomb. It's very funny. I like this mon a lot. Bread Dog and, Dashund. Something Bun. Dash Bun and Dashund? I don't know. I'm looking. Look, I told you, I'm committed to remembering these names, no matter, even though I will probably never play this game again. Fido and Dash Bun, there we go. Fido's adorable, I love this thing. Dash Bun's kind of adorable, but it's so, like, eh. Smoliv. Everyone loves Smoliv. I'm included in that. I love Smoliv. Then we have Girliv. Oh my gosh, I'm pathetic. Dolliv. Wow, I was actually pretty close. What? That's not what I wanted. That's definitely not what I wanted. Oh no, everything's going to... Well, you know what? Everything was bad to begin with. Alright, Dolliv. This mon's kind of meh. It's cute. And, the Bolivia. Yeah, that's its name now. This mon is okay. Its design's a little too abstract, and Ultra Beasts don't exist. So it's like... it's okay. Yeah. Squawkabilly. This mon is so bland. It's just Chatot again. Like, I like Chatot, but you can't just be like, it's Chatot again. I mean, I suppose you can, and they did, but why even make it? Now we've got Knackle and, Knackle Stack and Minecraft Pig. I don't remember its. I just have always called it Minecraft Pig. I didn't actually remember its name. It's hold on. Wait, the second one's Knackle Stack. The last one's Garganical. Oh my god. Oh my god. All right, well, Knackly. It's just a mushroom for Mario. A tier mushroom for Mario was a pretty good design 20 years ago. Knackle Stack, it's Minecraft Pig, A tier. Garganical, it's aight. It's just, it's a really good mon, but its design's kind of like, it's not it for me. But, you know, it's fine. Edge Baby. We've got Ceruledge and Armarouge, and the other one. I like these mons. I mean, these ones are obviously like fan service, right? I feel like every so often, Game Freak just designs mons, like, for the fans. Charcadet, there you go. And this is obviously supposed to be like a reminiscent of Lucario. They know what the fans like, so they just threw us a bone. It's a cool mon. These two are not actually that good, but, like, their designs are epic. Using them is fun. So, is what it is. Tadbulb. It's cute. Bellabolt. This thing I hate. Yeah. I think I can chalk it up in everything wrong with modern Pokemon designs. Even though not every Pokemon even has those issues, it's just Bellabolt has all of them, and I think Bellabolt looks horrible. And I don't think it's fun to use either. It just has HP. It's just a Chansey, but electric type. And, you know, Chansey's cringe. Unless you use her in Pokemon Yellow, then Chansey's great. Bird. Birdman. Wattrel. There we go. I remembered Kilowattrel, but I forgot Wattrel. It's a bird. Kilowattrel's like a cool bird. There you go. Mabostiff and I don't know, man. Mastiff Jr. Is it Mastiff Jr.? I really should just have every type open so I can look at this instantly. Mastiff. Yeah, I don't know. Mastiff looks horrible. Whenever I see him in the overworld, I think he's like a abomination of like flesh and sin. Like, I look at it, he literally looks like a hot dog. Look, he's like pink with yellow on him. Mabostiff is pretty good. He's pretty solid. He's okay. Mostly because of the story. Yeah, I'll even put him up here. There you go. Good boy. Nose man. How do I not remember this? Like, you'd think it'd be so easy. Shroodle. And Grafaiai. Yeah, Shroodle. This one sucks. Like, the hell? It has a terrible design. Grafaiai is a really good design, however. I never, like, had the urge to use him ever, but a very cool Pokemon. Bramblin. Spawn's lame as hell. Brambleghast spawns okay as hell. Yeah, I don't know, man. This doesn't do it for me. This thing doesn't even look sentient. Squidward tentacles. B tier funny joke. Squidward tentacles too. The joke's less funny this time. Also, I hate its ability. Thanks. I should have just given it Mold Breaker and called it a day. Cloth. He's kind of funny looking, but I have never once seen Cloth and thought, I want to use him on my team. He's just kind of mid. Capsicid. There you go. Capsicid. And Scovillain. I got it. Look at me. Smon. Okay. Smon's okay. I really wanted to like I tried to force myself to like Scovillain because I'm like, oh, it's a fire grass type. It's so cool and unique, and it's got like a nice like move pool and a cool setup. It just doesn't work. Smon is lame. And I mean, it could work. It's just it just looks terrible. And he's not that good either, so it doesn't help. Dung Eater. No, Bugly Man, that's his name, yep. Relor. Actually, unironically, I don't think I have ever remembered Relor as a name. Like, I don't think even if I searched within the depths of my soul, I would have remembered Relor at all. He has a really dumb face. He rolls shit around. I don't know. I don't have to think too much about him. Rabska, on the other hand, is really cool, like, conceptually. And he's got that revive thing, which is kind of neat. But, you know, he's just not really for me. Flittle? Flittle is weird. Especially because it evolves into Esperata, which is very much not like Flittle. Probably like C tier for Flittle. I don't know. I can imagine like being a little girl and wanting a plushie of Flittle. Like they did an okay job on its design, but and Esperata's like it's so close to being cool, but it just doesn't quite get there for me. I think it's the haircut, man. I just don't remember the name of the first form of this mon. It's it is Tinkatink. Of course. Tinkatink looks horrible. Tinkatuff, pretty good. Tinkaton, we love Tinkaton. Everyone loves Tinkaton. Wiglet. I like Wiglet. He's a funny little guy. Wug Trio, the joke was not funny, unfortunately. It didn't land. They could have done so much with Wiglet. When they first announced him, I was like, oh, what does he evolve into? Oh, it's gonna be so hype. I caught a Wiglet when I started playing the game. I trained him up. I was excited as hell. He evolved, and I was like, that's it? Wait, he really just Dog Trio? And I looked at his stats, and he's just Dog Trio, but in many cases, worse than Dog Trio. He's so bad. It's like, why would he do this? Bombardier? This mon is so generic. Oh my god. I don't think anyone has played the game, like, outside of their first playthrough with the Titan version of this, and even remembered that this mon was in the game. This is the most generic mon they've, like, ever printed. Like, who? Finazin. Pretty cute. Palafin. Weirdly enough, there is no big Palafin form, so just pretend I'm rating big Palafin. I like him. He's funny. He's cool. His design leaves a bit to be desired, but using him's fun, and he's really strong, so I'm about it. This is Revavroom, right? And this is like Piston Dong? I don't know. I hope my dog doesn't start binging. Barking. Varoom. Oh. Well, I probably should have got that one. Vroom is dumb. Looks terrible. Throwaway mon. Revavroom? Honestly, I like its typing and I kind of like its concept, but this mon fell flat for me in a lot of ways. I'll put him in B tier. I think he looks better in B tier, just looking at this list. Cyclizar. Smon's mid for me, I don't know. He doesn't look that interesting. His gimmick's pretty good. He's got the shed tail thing. It's strong. Really all I can say about him. Orthworm. This is a mon that, like, would be B tier or C tier probably. But then you see it do that animation where its little arms come out and he looks really stupid. And for that alone, I must rate him higher. So he goes up in A tier. I don't remember what this thing is called. I think I could remember if I sat here long enough. Oh, I'm already on poison types. Let's go. Glimmet. Yeah, like, what the hell? It's just a ball sack. Like, on a butt plug. Look at this thing. It's horrible. But then, got Glamora, which this mon also is horrible and doesn't look very interesting and is lame, but when you're traveling around and you see the flowers and then it's like, oh, that's not a flower, it's actually a Glamora, that's like kind of okay. But that doesn't make me want to catch it. It's like it's a pretty cool stage hazard, you know? Not a really cool Pokemon. Greavard? It's not that cool. Yeah. Houndstone? It's better. Houndstone's pretty neat. It's not my thing, but I can understand why people would like him. Flamigo. I don't think it's that funny or that interesting. It's like, it's just a plastic lawn flamingo. It was like a joke, you know? Like, they made it as like a joke, but I don't think the joke works, so it just fails as a design for me. Satotl is terrible. Satitan is terrible. They're just both ugly as hell, and I never want to use them. Abominations of design, in my opinion. Absolutely horrible. Just look at the way this thing's mouth opens and closes. Veluza's pretty cool. It's aight. It's not, like, offensive in any way. It's just aight. Dondozo. Alright, hear me out when I say this. I don't think Dondozo deserves this necessarily. But I will say, I was a big fan of Whiscash back in the day. I still kind of like Whiscash, and I kind of just hope that he gets a bit more BST, you know, just a bit more BST. A bit of love, so to speak, like what they did for some of the Gen 1 mons back in Gen 6. You know, I'm just like, that'd be cool. That didn't happen, however. They released Dondozo, which is thematically the exact same Pokemon in almost every way, except he's not only very good on his own, but he has a cool gimmick that makes him even better. Well, unlucky for me. So Dondozo, I don't know, I'm just kind of mad at him, so he goes in B tier. I never let him reach his full potential in my eyes. Sushi Man? Flippy Fin? Binglebop? Yeah, that's what it was. It's definitely Binglebop. I know he's like a mono dragon type. Oh no, he's water type. Tatsugiri. Look, I never used this thing. I never, like, wanted to use this thing. I know on its own it has, like, a pretty good Draco Meteor, but I don't know. This mon is a gimmick that's made just for Dondozo to power up. So, C tier. Annihilate. Alright, hear me out. I didn't like Primeape. Or Mankey. I thought those mons were lame. I didn't like them. I never wanted to use them in any game. Then Annihilate happened. Sorry, I was just checking to see if the audio was running. Then Annihilate happened. I was like, oh my god, this was like one of the coolest mons I've ever seen. And by all means, it's kind of just Primeape, right? But I like it a lot. And I don't know, I guess it's just a simple thing that can make you like a mon. Not to mention, it's broken beyond belief, but that's neither here nor there. Paldean Wooper, god tier design. They just took Wooper and like made it better. Clodsire, god tier design. This is peak performance. This is peak Pokemon design right here. It's just a blob with a happy face. I will be taking no further comments, thank you. Faragarath, I like it a lot. It's a little weak. There's some things you can do with it that make it alright. I was a pretty big Girafarig fan before coming into this gen, and I still am a Giraffe Rig fan, and you can run a Violite Giraffe Rig now, which is cool. But for Agarath, when I saw that it got an evolution, it left a bit to be desired. I mean, I thought it looked cool enough. I mean, obviously, I wish it was a little cooler looking. But, you know, it's okay. And, you know, it's not that good either. So unfortunately, it's kind of just like, I like it, but it's like, not as good as it could have been for me. Oh, man. Alright, I don't even know how to talk about the Dunsparce. So, I actually liked Dunsparce before this generation. Thought he was a funny little guy. I liked using him. You know, Serene Grace, Body Slams. You got Coil and Roost. It's like a fun little dude. I got a shiny one back in black and white. Took me a long time to farm for it. And I used it competitively for a little while. I had a lot of fun with my Dunsparces. And you know, I kind of was like, oh, I want Dunsparce to get a cool evolution. Where he like turns into a giant snake and gets wings and maybe a flying type or a ground type or something. He didn't get that. He got an evolution. He's still a pure normal type. Basically what they did was they gave him more HP and they made him longer. Yep, that's what they did. They added another body segment. Man. You know, like, obviously I liked Dunsparce, so it's like, I still like the Dunsparce, because it's just Dunsparce. But also somehow it feels like Game Freak, like, dashed that hope, you know, they took it away from me. I can no longer believe in the cool Dunsparce evolution, or Dunsparce getting a second type. So, it's just like, it's a little bittersweet. It is better than Dunsparce. You can still run the old Dunsparce sets that you used to run. If you ever ran Dunsparce or played like NU ever. So it's good, but like, I don't know, man. I kind of hate it. I'm still putting it in A tier though, after all of that. Maybe B tier, actually. King Gambit. D tier out of spite, basically. This mon has the potential to be very cool. I love Bisharp. Bisharp was one of my favorite mons. It was OU for a long time too, right? It was pretty much OU until last gen, like Galar. So it's not like Bisharp was horrible. But they gave it an evolution anyway. And stats wise, this mon is very good. Hell, even like competitively, it's a very good mon. It's just its head knife is just a little too tall, and its ribs are just a little too long. And boy literally has like metal. He has like hair, right? That's made of metal that goes into the shape of a chair, and he's always sitting on the chair. Like, always. Like, this mon's design is just horrible. It's so bad. I hate it. Why would you do this, Game Freak? Like, just let it stand up. Let it, like, move its hair around. Like, don't have this thing slide behind me in game. Just nerf its head blade size and its ribs by like 50%. And then this mon is lit. Very good mon. Thanks, Game Freak. Great Tusk. S tier. I like Donphan. This is kind of just cooler Donphan. I don't really have much more to say than that. Screamtail, A tier. I like Jigglypuff. This is a competitively viable Jigglypuff. Pretty much. So for that, I appreciate it. Brute Bonnet, I'm pretty sure is what this one's called. I don't like Amoonguss. Centaur Amoonguss is an improvement over regular Amoonguss. So I'll give it like B tier, but it's not great. Fluttermane, I like Misdreavus. I like Miss Magius more, but you know, whatever. I like Misdreavus. This mon's really good. A tier. I enjoy it. It's good. Well, yeah, probably S tier. I was gonna put it in A tier just because this thing was so rampant competitively for such a long time that I was kind of sick of seeing it. But it's alright. I literally farmed for a shiny one of this, and it was like my first like big competitive mon that I made in Scarlet Violet. Brother. It's no, it's not Iron Moth or Iron Wings or anything like that. It's he's wanting to think it's like Fluttermane, but that's this. This is Fluttermane. Bro, how do I forget it? It's bug fighting, right? Slitherwing. That was actually pretty close. Well, kind of. I love this mon. It's great. I like Slitherwing. I'm a huge Volcarona fan, so I like Dinosaur Volcarona. Sandy Shocks. I actually really like this thing. It's funny. The way that it moves in game is very funny to me. Just stretches its little magnets out and then steps on them. And it looks very dumb, and I appreciate that a lot. I enjoy this one. Now these are all iron things, right? So this is like Iron Tusk. Or like Iron Ball. This one's actually a steel type, right? Like, they're not usually steel types, but this one is. Yeah, Iron Treads. Okay. Iron Treads. This one's okay. I don't like it nearly as much as Tusk, but it's solid. You know, it's okay. Iron... Santa Claus? Iron Bag? I don't know. I know he's a water type. So many water types in Pokemon, oh my god. Iron Bundle, there you go. Iron Bundle. It's kind of funny. I don't know. I always kind of liked Delibird, but he was awful, so I never used him. I think you... Yeah, so Delibird's alright. But, you know, competitively viable Delibird's kind of funny. Iron Hands. I don't like Hariyama, and I think this thing looks worse than Hariyama. So, good riddance, I guess. Jugulus. I love Hydreigon, and this thing's an abomination of nature. Iron Moth, I think, is what it's called. This thing's okay. It's like, it's fine. Iron Thorn. I like Tyranitar. This thing's an abomination of nature. Tiny Godzilla? I don't know, man. Just go to Dragon. Frigibax. Arctibax. Baxcalibur. Okay, I knew Baxcalibur and Arctibax, but Frigibax? This dumb looking frog. I don't like it. Bad Pseudo. This one actually looks pretty cool. I do like it. And like bald, dumb, like Canadian leaf Godzilla goes in like C tier. This is either my least favorite or second least favorite pseudo legendary, right next to Komodo. I don't know. I don't know which one I like less, but I'm not a fan of this. Gimme Ghoul chest form. Weird that there's no normal Gimme Ghoul, but I guess. Gimme Ghoul chest form I really like. A tier. Goldenigo. Smon is dumb as hell. It's the string cheese mascot. Thanks for making me collect 1,000 coins so that it can evolve into the dumbest looking Mon of all time. It's not, like, even a bad Mon, it just isn't a cool Mon. Like, such a waste, man. That's Pokemon number 1,000, guys. Look at him. He looks terrible. I don't remember what this snail thing is called, bro. Unlike most of the Mons on this list, dumb snail thing, I don't think I've ever even used once. Wo Chien? Yeah, Wo Chien. What are its stats even? Kinda mid. It's got Tablets of Ruin. Lowers attack. So I guess it makes it more defensive. I don't know, man. This one's probably good. But, you know, he looks like a pile of leaves. Like, this doesn't look like a Pokemon. I mean, okay. I know people say that a lot, so I guess I could say it does look like a Pokemon. It just doesn't look like a Pokemon that I would want to catch. Because I just, like, prefer Pokemon that, you know, look like things. Like, if it looked a bit more like a snail, right? Then I could see myself liking it a lot, but it doesn't. And it's kind of just like, it's okay. The Weasel. This one's kind of cute, kind of cool. The sword that is smashed into its face is kind of a weird one, but I don't know. It's okay. It's kind of like a little too good, in my opinion, but whatever. Ice types need the dub. It's another name that I definitely don't remember. Chien Pao. And then the moose. Goes right down where the snail is. The moose looks horrible. I don't think it, like, has a face. Its antlers, like, being a bull is kind of cool. But the Mon's just not very cool. I don't know, man. And then that's Chien Pao, right? No, that's Chiyu. Chiyu. Duh, I just said Chien Pao. Chiyu. I hate... Alright, look. Out of all the designs, I actually like Chiyu's the most, because he's like a little goldfish made of fire. That's kind of cool. I actually like that. I can dig. You can see his little eyes. He's got little swirly yin-yang things in there. Actually a pretty cool design compared to the other three, in my opinion. It's way too busted. I hate seeing this thing. Oh my god, I really do. The Beads of Ruin, please. I don't know, man. You can go in B tier, I guess. Roaring Moon is just Mega Salamence, kind of. So, you know. I'm not the biggest Salamence fan. Or even Mega Salamence fan, but he's pretty good. I like him. Iron Valiant, solid. I like Gallade and Gardevoir, and this is just Gallade and Gardevoir, but this time they have a glaive. It's kind of neat. Koraidon, actually, good design. This mon looks really good. And it's like full feathery form. Miraidon kind of looks a little silly and I don't like it as much. He like folds in his legs and he flies around and he's got his arms out like, you know, I don't think he's as cool. But I can totally understand other people liking him. Walking Wake. Pretty good. Pretty solid. I think I like Suicune a bit more, but Walking Wake's a good design. What is this? Iron Thorn, I think? No. Iron Thorn is T-Tar. This is like Iron Leaf. Oh my god, I just sound like a dumbass now. Whatever. It is actually. It's Iron Leaf. I knew it. I did not know it, by the way. Yeah, Verzian's an okay design, and this is a slightly better version of Virizion in my opinion. So it's pretty good. Monkey Dory, Uki Dory, and like Poopy Dory or something. They're all poison types, right? Oh no, it's Okie Doggy Monkey Dory and Pheasantipity. Oh yeah, that's why I didn't remember that. I don't know, man. I gotta be real with you. I don't like them. Mon is probably the one I like the most. And we've got this gangster looking monkey and this Mojo Jojo on roids looking dog. There we go. Yeah, I don't know, man. Ogre Pawn's adorable. Big fan of Ogre Pawn. I like his little masks and stuff. What is this? Terrapin? Bigly if truly, that's his name. Terrapagos. It's cool. It's got a cool gimmick. I like its like new type, even though we kind of just learned about it like today. You know, it's cool mon. Yeah, I like it. I don't know what they're gonna do with it after this gen is done, though, because Terra is, you know, supposedly we're not gonna get Terra types ever again, so I don't know, but it's a neat Pokemon. A tier. Iron Crown. I don't like Cobalion very much, and I think this somehow makes him look worse. So I don't even know what this thing is called, but I like it a lot. It's the Raging Bolt. There you go. It's Long Neck Raikou. Which I was looking at some of this stuff. He's got like Electric type Sucker Punch. He's pretty cool. It's actually kind of funny that the ancient Raikou, Suicune, and Entei have 10 more BST than normal Raikou, Entei, and Suicune. And the other versions are legendaries. Power creep do be hitting. But I mean, I guess to be fair, most of the Paradox form Pokemon are very overpowered, so. But Bridge Aludon? Bro. Look, I don't like normal Duraludon. This thing's an abomination. I'm sorry. This thing needs to go. Frickin' stapler removal looking Applin 2? Electric Boogaloo? What's this thing called? I know the other one is Hydraplin, because that thing just came out. Diplin. It's Diplin. Oh, cute little boy. I like him. Diplin. Hydraplin, sick. I actually put him in S tier. Very cool Pokemon, very cool gimmick. Pretty good. As far as I can tell, he's gonna be pretty strong. This stupid frickin' Entei, man. This mon is probably gonna be insanely good. It has Protect, but if you hit the Protect, you get burnt. It's got a lot of defense. This thing is solid. Visually, yeah, he's kind of cool. I kind of vibe. I'll put him in A tier. Robot Terrakion. I did like Terrakion, and Robot Terrakion looks dumb, but whatever. He looks okay. He's here. Sinist Matcha. Yep. This thing's cute. It's a friendly little guy from up here. I like him. His little teacup with the happy face. And then Giga Matcha. Yeah, that's his name for sure. Giga Matcha. Let me just validate that. It's actually... Oh. Wait. Poltergeist and Sinistra. Poltergeist? But I thought it was the other way around. Like, who was the evolved form and who wasn't? Doesn't it kind of look that way? This thing doesn't look like it's evolved. Oh, whatever. Because, like, Sinistea was a teacup. And then evolves into Poltergeist, which was the, tea pouring thing. Whatever. I guess they just inversed it. And this thing was leaked. Honestly, I don't know that much about it, other than it's a legendary, it's a poison ghost type, it's kinda cute. And it's gonna be toxic as heck. Pun semi-intended. But if this thing poisons you, you also get confused, which is cringe. But, you know, it's alright. Wow, you know, actually looking at it for the first time, I was like, I don't think I'll like this mon very much. But then if I just compare it to everything below it, I'm like, oh, I guess I like it more than I thought. Oof. And I will say, you know, this list is just based on the Paldean Pokemon against each other, not against every other mon in the dex. Kind of. Mostly. This obviously isn't true for Jugulus or Thorns or Hands or anything like that, but, you know. Oh, alright. Technically, this one should be up next, right? Ursaluna Blood Moon. S-tier design. This thing's cool as hell. It's Freddy Fazbear looking evil bear looking guy. Big fan. 10 out of 10. Hisui and Growlithe. Funny little dude. A tier. Hisui and Arcanine. Arcanine, but he got a bad haircut. B tier. Hisui and Voltorb. Voltorb, but he got a good haircut, I guess? Hisui and Electrode. Electrode, but he got a bad haircut, I guess. Oh wait, I forgot about these guys. What the heck? Whatever. Water Tauros? B tier, Fire Tauros, A tier. There you go. Hisuian Typhlosion. I actually kind of like Weed Typhlosion. His flames look pretty. It's got like a cool little gimmick going on. Origin Form Dialga and Palkia, I think, are unironically my two least favorite Pokemon that were ever made. They're abominations of nature. The Arceus should have unmade them as soon as he saw them, out of his disgust. Hisui and Samurott. I'm a big Samurott fan, and this made him slightly more viable, and for that, I rank him highly, but I actually like normal Samurott's design a little more. Hisui and, not Florges, Petalil Lilligant. There we go. Worse than Lilligant. Hisui and Zoroark. S tier, one of the coolest Pokemon designs ever. Hisui and Zorua, S tier, one of the coolest Pokemon designs ever. Well, I guess maybe not coolest, but like actually incredible Pokemon designs. Like 10 out of 10. Hisui and Braviary. I was always a big fan of Braviary, but he kind of sucked. It's not even that his stats sucked. It's just like his typing and move pool kind of sucked. I don't know. Maybe his abilities weren't that good either. He had Sheer Force, but he didn't have a lot of good Sheer Force moves. Anyway, whatever. This version of him, as far as I can tell, is better, but I don't really like how he looks that much. B tier. Sliggoo. Hisui Sliggoo. It's just Sliggoo, but he's inside a rock this time. B tier. Gudra, but depressed and has an enormous growth on his tail. Okay, see, I am kind of in a weird spot with this one because I love Gudra, and this just objectively makes Gudra a better Pokemon. But its design is much worse, in my opinion. So it's like if I want to use a Gudra, I would rather just use this one than normal Gudra. But it looks terrible. It also looks like it's in pain, like, all the time. So, like, put it out of its misery? I don't know. Put it in B tier, I guess. Cleavor. This is... If I compare it just on its own... Actually, if I compare it on its own, it doesn't rank that highly. But if I think of it as an evolution of Scyther, I think, how does Scyther evolve into this? And if I think of it as an alternate to Scizor, I don't think it's even close. Scizor's way cooler than this. But, I don't know, man. Probably like B tier. He's not terrible. A normal Ursaluna, A tier. Very solid. Everyone was... Well, maybe not everyone. I feel like a lot of people were hoping for a, Ursaring evolution for a while, and he got one, and it's really good. A Basculegion, S tier. I don't like Basculin. I never did. I never wanted a Basculin evolution, but this thing is like a giant, like, barracuda with a ghostly tail that's, like, awesome looking, so I'm about it. Enamorous. It's horrible. Enamorous Therian is horrible. I wasn't a huge fan of the original genies, and this one looks way worse than them. So good job, Game Freak, on that one. Sneasel, but like purple instead of blue. You know, it's Sneasel. Sneasler. It's disgusting. I hate looking at it. Sneasler is literally just a person, like, in a fursuit. No. Like, I'm not catching that thing. I'm not gonna let that thing cuddle up with me in bed, or I'm not gonna, like, pet it and give it dog treats, bro. That thing is... I don't even want to think about it. Hisuian Decidui, that's a bit of a tongue twister. Solid mon. I don't know, I like normal Decidui a bit better, but, you know, I like him. Basculegion, again. Honestly, I'm not gonna rate it. Do I like the red one or blue one more? I like the red one more, I think. There you go. They technically have different stats, but I don't care that much. Weird Deer. I actually wanted a Stantler evolution for a while because I kind of like Stantler. And I kind of like Weird Deer, actually. I think they did a good job. I'm a Weird Deer enjoyer. A tier. Quillfish, but angry. I like Quillfish, I guess. Unfortunately, Quillfish doesn't get an evolution, but this version of Quillfish does get an evolution, so it is what it is. Which means the Quillfishes you're running now don't get Eviolite, but this one does, if you want to use it that way, because it has pretty much the same stats as normal Quillfish. Just a different type. So, you know, it's Quillfish. It's B tier. Overquill. It's a landmine, B tier, I guess. Hisui and Avalug. It's Avalug, but this time he's naked. And it's really awkward because he's kind of like chubby. And he's got like all that hanging out. You know, like Avalug, put some pants on, brother. And he's just like, no. So, you know. Like a C tier. Maybe a... not a D tier. Yeah, alright. There you go. I'm gonna order this and I'll be right back. Okay, the tiers are now ordered, and this is what the final tier list looks like. Zoom in a bit. Hope you enjoyed being here and joining me on my journey of rating every Pokemon for pretty much no reason. And you know, in 3-4 years from now, at the end of Gen 10, I'll probably come back and do one for that too. Maybe. But I'll probably have to still be, like, alive then to be doing that. But, you know, it could happen. See you guys then. Peace out.